All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode. I think it's been about a week for me. Where I left off, I realized that I can in fact build beacons, and I said I was going to redesign these to be able to use beacons, and that is what I'm going to do in this episode. I literally just loaded up the game about 5 seconds ago. I'm a little out of touch about where things are left off. I've had quite the interesting week. Where to start? Let's see. Someone at my work was fired for being a very, very naughty boy, and that's all I'm going to say about that. So that's affected me during the week. My toilet flooded. So that was an interesting day to come home to. And then I had my own little side project that I needed to take care of. So I've had quite the interesting week. I apologize. I said I'd get this episode out here like Sunday morning, and I didn't do that. It's going to come up Sunday night. I'm recording it right now on Sunday. And that's because after everything was said and done, I knew I needed to start playing Factorio again. I didn't feel like opening up the game, and eventually I took some time to think about it for myself, and I figured I don't like this feeling, so I'm forcing myself to record an episode because I want to keep my promises. I think it's important to be able to do that. So I'm going to record an episode. We'll see how far I get. But I'm here, I'm back, and I'm going to start to try and get back into the grind of things after this very turbulent week. All right. So I think the simplest place to start would actually just be the smelting columns. I just want to make sure I have these blueprints. Good. I'm thinking I want to bring these into creative mode. I think it is just going to be a lot quicker to manufacture them and build them rather than having to do it in here. This is probably the right save. This looks way more accurate to what I want. Okay. I'm just going to try and keep the direction the same. I'm just going to move over here. And why not just line it up like that? Okay. Start with this. Take a template. Now give me the beacons. Beacons. 100. And you know what? That's fine. Basically, all of them are going to be filled with production. Oh, maybe not. Okay. And beacon. Crazy. All right. I'm curious what that's going to look like. Oh. These are only speed. Really interesting. But all these changed. And these all got upgraded, so now this is... Yeah, wait. These are now way too fast because I changed that. Can I go back? Nope. Eight. And it's got a 2x2 square? Wow, it's crazy. What type of power is this taking now? Let's see, what do I use for helm mod? Oh man, I need to relearn this. This is unfortunate. I don't know. I am beside myself right now. I'm sorry. Let's take a look here. Minus 134. If I do this, How about this? Now it is the same 3, right? Still at plus 150. Mm-mm. Do these really need to be tier 3? Maybe if I just add another row. Was it important that it be this size? I don't think so, because steel was large, ended up being larger. Go to blueprints. There we go. Just don't need to recopy what's already in the blueprint clipboard. 536. Still not enough, eh? Plus 25. Copy both yellow belts. All right. Now that is no longer enough to reach. What I think I want to do here... now here's the test. Okay. It's one tile too short. So if I wanted it to be tileable, I would have to do some real shenanigans. And I don't want to. How much does it take to go from tier 2 to tier 3? Let's see what the casting machines are like when they're all tier 3. We'll start with these first. Start with 2 rows. That's 249. We'll do a 3rd row. Go 105. Okay, really? And technically that's it. But for the sake of brevity, let's take these out, remove them. And I'll just put 1 tier 3 here. Ow. As soon as I start to play, my back starts killing me. -6. Okay. And this is making 2 a second. How much was this making? 35. Each one of these makes 5. Making 3.36. So I've just cut all this space down by using these beacons. Hellmod would be able to show me the power difference if I could figure out how to use it. And I've completely forgotten. I don't even remember how to delete these. Alright. Add a production line. Let's try this again. We're going to add a recipe. We're going to start with what we actually want at the very end, which is plates made from iron ingots. We're going to add that. We're going to hit... That's just a filter. Okay. Product. We're going to want... Yeah, we're going to want that. We're going to do this. We are going to put tier 3... mods. 1, 2, and 1, 2. If 1 equals 10... Now, can I change this number? Alright, well, I left click that. That brings up this. And then if I left click this, this brings up. Excellent. Industrial furnaces. Those apply to the entire line. Beacons. Am I full? I am full 8. Alright, so we're gonna... did that not save? Hit enter. Okay. To get 1 blue belt of iron plates, I need 44... Oh. We can put tier 3 modules in these guys. There we go. Now I will hit apply. We went from 44 to 34. 3 of these now. And then 9. Number of beacons per factory. Used to compute the beacon number formula, y equals ax plus b. Y is beacon number, x is factory number, a is beacon by factory, and b is constant beacon. We have a constant... Okay. We have the basic beacon. We have 8 module slots. Number of beacon affecting 1 factory. 2. I have 1 beacon affecting 1 factory. Number of beacons per factory, 0.5. Because 1 beacon to 2 factories, right? Constant beacon. That is 0 by default. It says 63. I guess that makes sense because I need to stack 8 up here currently. We get a minus 1.6. E8, 16, 24, 32, 64 for 8, and then I need 9, the 9th one, to give me round up to 45. So it is 63 without beacons. Definitely. Is there a better way of calculating this? It is built and calculated this way because I am having each of these be a compartmentalized unit rather than having multiples of these feed into 1 iron ingot belt and then process it elsewhere. And I want to keep it that way. So yes, it's gonna stay this way. But it might get bigger, right? Let's delete this one. Not quite 5. It's a little more than 4.5. That's fine. If I were to skip those last 3, would it still be? Yeah. But this is slightly below 4.5, and that's the number that I want. So... Alright, cool. Now I just want these. 10, 20... Nope, we're redoing this because this will now also be beaconed. Because it kind of needs to be. Oh, that's right. You can only be working up by with one beacon at a time. $51, $17, $15. About 1.5 a second. How do you output 15 a second? What's my stack size in game? Is it 6? I think it's 6. So is that 12 items a second each? We're gonna find out here. I'm gonna do actually a test. Let there be iron ingots. These are at 12. Saturated. Well, that's looking pretty good. If these work on the 6, I believe we should be fine. This can move one closer. I mean, it could affect those, but I don't really want it to. Okay, that looks good. And then that's by design, right? Yeah. 1, 2, or 3 there in the last one. So this looks like how it's going to be beacon-wise. Looks okay. A little bit shorter than the last one. Add some lights. There. I'm gonna blueprint this. 45 plate. Second. And we will use this. Right. Anything here that needs to go away? Don't think so. Stick it in my, call it ingot smelting. Actually, we'll do that. There we go. All right, let's do steel. It was already way bigger. Now that I figured out some stuff, though, let's wipe all those. And we're going to add these guys in the same, same place. That. Last one I did move it up one. We'll see. It might come back here, right? For now, we'll do that. And we'll need to give it power. Now these guys... Well, for starters, let's get the beacons up. Okay. Same deal, right? We have the molten. We just add coal, right? Later. Still 23. Oh, that's 21. So if I were to go 9 here... that's probably because these guys have... Yep, okay. I am starting to see a potential pattern here. Now, for one of these, 1 coal per second. You have a surplus. And that doubles, right? 71 to 142. Yeah, okay. This whole thing combined is making 1.1. These are consuming at 0.4. Consuming at 0.95. Weird. 1.8. Huge deficit, actually. Interesting. Maybe I messed up somewhere. Well, we'll fix it now. Let's add tier 3s. Get rid of all these tier 2s, please. There we go. Okay, and we're gonna add it to that. Plus 72. We're gonna add the speed modules to everything. That was not a big enough gap. So we are plus 72, sorry, plus 27 to 71. That's not good. Means that I need to add more. Making 134 a second. Not just like a little bit more, but like a lot more. I wanted to copy that. Well, I instinctively figured out what the button to undo is, but I totally forgot how I did that, so that's interesting. They were here. Okay. That's the maximum I can go. Would 3 more do it? Still says plus 27. Oh. -8. Okay. Delete that one. Like that. Confirm. That's for the positive 0.04. Which... Ooh. What am I doing this as? I want 15 steel. That's why that's high. It's because I think I calculated this at 15. So if I want to get 16, why are the speed modules slower? This is 4.5 and this is 4. Why is the output of the ones with 2 speed modules 4 and this one 4.5? What am I not understanding here? Oh. That explains a lot. Okay. 2.5. So I want to make 1.5 steel ingots a second. How much coal is being consumed here? Yellow belt still works just fine. Less than 1 pyroflux machine by default. Yellow belt of iron in. Yellow belt of steel out. That's pretty nifty. This is steel is now 1-to-1 ratio, and this is like a 1 to 2.5, almost a 1 to 2, like a 1.2.2. Interesting. So we need beacons here. Let's try and add beacon in the middle. Okay, this is no. Right? Just the one. Okay. We will see how this ratio turns out. It's half, right? So half the speed, if I remember correctly. 19. Yep. It just works. Okay. And this is going to be 0.5 a second. So I can straight up use the slow inserters here. And that covers it. $7.5 a second. Technically, this should work like that. Let's test it. Because I'm in creative mode. Fast inserter will be fine. Rid of all this stuff. Okay. Give me the box. We are going to do steel ingots. And this should fill up perfectly. It is now backing up. But not here. Also backing up, but not here. We'll wait another 10 seconds, so at 40. And then check again. If it's still not backed up, then this is perfect. Not backing up. Not backing up. Looks like it works. This is pretty dense. Even higher concentration of pollution, unfortunately, but I give up. I'll just do bigger base defenses at this point. This is just easier to do. I could take out 4 of these and put efficiency in, but then I would need to probably get close to doubling it in size. Yeah. So now that is off to 1. These can technically be moved over 1. These are bigger because these are 1 spaces larger horizontally because they have 2 belts in the middle rather than 1. Okay. Blueprint. Call it 15 a sec, and we will do the big steel ingot. Save. Create. Put in here. I don't think I'm going to beacon T3 modules, but then I think in the next episode I will look to tomorrow, Monday. Oof. Which I might not be able to do because I have a concert I need to go to. Oh yeah, the other reason why I couldn't record this week is because I worked like double shift kind of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and that's kind of the case this week as well. Well, we'll see what I could do. I'd rather get this episode out on Sunday rather than just waiting for it to come out on Tuesday. So we'll see if there's a episode gets released Tuesday morning or not. And Tuesday's so packed with work, unfortunately. I'm sorry, guys. I'd rather have work than not. But I was good. I made myself get on here, get started playing again. I'm starting to get back into the swing of things of like knowing where I'm at on the mod. It was a bit overwhelming to think about after not playing it for a week, to be honest. So I'm glad I have you guys to help keep pushing me forward throughout the mod. So I think I'll call it here, and in the next episode I will work on getting these beaconed, the circuits green, red, and blue. Hopefully that can be done in a single episode. I don't think a whole lot needs to change here. And then beacons will probably go in like the middle where the 3 belts are, and there might just be gaps. Or I could stick them on the outside. Actually, that might be the best option, now that I think about it. This might need to be redesigned. Green circuits might need to be redesigned. And then I can work on the bot mall and get nuclear power up and running and all sorts of fun stuff. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.